Thanks for joining me again. Today I've got a fun little project. You might recall that I'm friends with the local Batman here in Springfield, Missouri, the Springfield Batman. And I was visiting his top secret bat cave the other day and I saw he's got a setup to hold his suit, but no way to hold his masks. And we were kind of brainstorming on what we could do to make a cool way to hold his masks, both in his suit display case and elsewhere. So he gave me this old worn out mask to kind of play with and get dimensions on, and I came up with a quick and easy to make way to hold masks both in and outside of his display case. Let me show you what I came up with. So I started with some very basic measurements and I drew out some construction lines so that I knew what I was working with. While I was there, I measured the distance to the height of the display case, from the neck of the dummy, and some basics like that, as well as, the measurement of the inside of the mask. And here I'm starting to define the shapes that I'm going to use for the mount itself. I wanted a nice fat top to it, so I'm using these ovals, and then I'm just drawing out lines for the rest of it. I didn't really have a solid plan here. I was just kind of guessing at what I thought would work. And what you see here in this design isn't the final iteration. This is the first design, which didn't have a cross piece in the head, so it needed a little bit of modification later. You can see I tried to nest things a bit to make it easier, but the final design changed from here. I just didn't capture it on video. And then once I got it all set up in CAM, I went off to the machine, and this is a quick and dirty job. Now this is the final design. In total it takes about 7 minutes to cut. It's pretty fast, even at a very conservative speed. Of course, somebody's going to comment that I need to get a dust collection system. I have one. You saw me holding the vacuum hose. I have a system. I just have it off right now. So if somebody comments that I need to get one, feel free to reply to them and tell them they didn't watch the video. Because I do have a dust collection system. It's just not on right now because it's getting modified. A quick blast of spray paint, and that brings the MDF to the final look for this one. In the future, I'd probably use a thick plastic or something for the final piece, but MDF seems to be working fine as long as you keep it inside and dry. Here you can see a couple of the prototypes that led to the final version. And here's the final result. It actually turned out pretty nice. I'm really happy with the way it works. You can see you mount it here with this old caster wheel on a surface. It can pivot. You can adjust it vertically this way, you can adjust the angles this way, and it holds your mask just fine. And depending on how you set it on here, it stays pretty well. The only concern I have is that this kind of pivot point is really easy to move. So if the surface you mount it to is lopsided at all, that's gonna tend to want to turn on its own. So I may need to come up with a different system for this, but the way it is right now, it's just so easy. It would almost be easier to pack something in there and limit the motion of those bearings than it would be to design a different mount for it. So there it is. Kind of cool. Here, this is what it looks like without the mask on it. All right, see you next time.